Oh, where the fuck to start? Oh, lovely. Bleeding. Another fucking thing that I gotta worry about. Yeah, no big deal. So, if you were paying attention this past couple of days, in the news, not in the news, in the independent media, independent press, in just the local yokel forums, or if you were really astute and paying attention to Congress. Yes, I know you're not very happy with them. I understand that, Houdini. Neither am I. Um, anyways, some donkey dick sucking son of a bitch decided to turn around and fucking throw us all under the bus. Just open the floodgates and let them in. There's that one. But on top of that, I mean, just I have to give a quick shout out here. Legally Armed America. Again, I've forgotten names. I'm terrible with names. I remember faces really well, and I guess YouTube handles apparently. Um, he said something that's really kind of resonated with me. We need to the fuck out of our federal government, because apparently they have forgotten that it was the states that made the federal government. I would extend that further. I would point out that without the individual American, the states would not exist. Without the individual American, there would be no such thing as the American government. Without the individual American, there would be no need for constitutional rights, because without the individual American, this nation we call our home would not exist. So I'm gonna throw down the fucking gauntlet and put a little civics lesson that I think that even legally armed America forgot in his rant. It is the commonplace of the individual American citizen to consent to this dumbassery. It is the commonplace of the individual American to allow this bullshit to happen. It is the commonplace of the individual American to acquiesce to such governance, such blind faith in a government. And these are the failings of our nation. We have forgotten that we as individuals first consent to be governed. We have forgotten as individuals that we first defend. We as individuals have forgotten that without us, there is no constitution. There is nobody to govern. You consent to be governed. Nobody else does. Europe is not consenting for you to be governed. Africa is not consenting for you to be governed. Mexico is not consenting for you to be governed. You are. So it's up to you. Basically putting it as succinctly as I can. You have to have the balls to stand up and say, without a shadow of doubt, your monopoly on force is illegitimate. I do not consent. You have illegally, unlawfully taken power. In so much and doing such, you are extorting my money. You are forcing my hand to commit atrocities. And you are doing all of this against the contract by which I first consented to. This contract is not just legally binding. This contract is a contract by which the founding fathers wrote between them and God. Now, we've moved away from God in our everyday lives and whatnot. Fucking whatever. That's understandable. I mean, most of us, like myself included, have aught with, the whole thing of religion. But let's kind of step back here and see what the actual big deal of this is. I have removed myself from a religion because I do not consent to the body politic of the masses. That doesn't mean I don't believe in God. That means I don't believe in what the man is saying about God. We went through this in history right around the time that they printed the Gutenberg Bible and people started learning to read. Went through the same fucking bullshit. Another thing that I think is just blaringly obvious and to a point of just sickeningly so. We have allowed for a grand total of 400 people to dictate to us what we may or may not do in our lives, handed them our money, and said, okay, well, this money is so that you can secure our borders and you can make sure that this infrastructure is in place and so that, our military is robust, and also so that we continue to keep these rights that we hold as self-evident. Not acquiesced by government, not given to us by government. Self-evident. Meaning pre-existing to any motherfucker ever standing up and saying, I rule over you. I don't know if you know this, but if I so choose, I have the knowledge, I have two hands with thumbs, and I actually do happen to have quite a few tools. I know how to make a firearm. As a matter of fact, I could make a damn good firearm. But because I've sat back and allowed things to happen, I haven't built my own firearm because I'm trying to follow dumbass laws that a whole bunch of other dick sneezes that don't even know what the fuck the actual law is are trying to dictate to me what I may or may not do. And then on top of this, I pay money into a system which is not just broken, but is specifically geared towards putting that money into the pockets of corrupt motherfuckers that do not turn around and then utilize that money in the manner that they promise to then use it. For those of you who are not paying attention, how many million people happen to be in New Mexico, for that matter? Here's a good question. How many of my viewers are here, are, New Mexican residents? Did you pay so that the people who are traveling through your state can have a nice, easy time of it? Or did you pay so that you can get out of your driveway? I'll even say it like this. Can you drive down your street in front of your house without having the chassis ripped out from underneath of your vehicle? Do you know how many vehicles I have seen while traveling through New Mexico with the drivetrain on the ground? Do you know how many vehicles I have seen while traveling through New Mexico with the front bumper ripped off of it or the back bumper ripped off of it in an obvious manner that dictates that they went through a pothole big enough to fucking sink a bus in? I'll go one further. I heard stories from my mother when she was in Costa Rica about how the buses would actually have to steer around the potholes in the ground in order to get down the road, because there were buses that did not steer around the potholes in the potholes still. And this is not main thoroughfares. This is just, your average, regular old street way going through like the side of town where, there's a lot of businesses, but at the same time, there's also a lot of housing projects and stuff like this. Okay. Whole fucking school buses stuck in potholes that were bigger than the school bus. And there's a reason why I'm pointing this out. As I was driving through, when I first got here into New Mexico, it was well up north, and I don't even remember the name of the town off the top of my head. I was so pissed off by the time I got out of that fucking town. You restrict the Second Amendment to the point where it is void. You restrict the ability of individuals to get through your town without destroying their vehicles. You restrict their ability to speak openly about things. I heard somebody literally get castigated and then arrested for saying something. Do you people here in New Mexico consider yourselves to be second-class citizens? Because if that's the case, border's not that far away from me right now. I'll be more than happy to show you the fucking way. Get the fuck out of my country. Because it's people like you that make this a problem. It comes down to the individual person and the people around them as individuals, having the nuts to stand the fuck up and say something, and when that is not no longer a possibility, to do something. We call it the three boxes: the ballot box, the soap box, and cartridge box. That's just, the saying, the phrase, the turn of phrase, the phraseology of it. It still comes down to telling your government what the fuck they're supposed to do. When they don't do that, speaking out to your neighbors and telling them what's going the fuck on. And when that's no longer a possibility, you turn around and you do something about it. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be an act of violence. It could be as simple as taking a shovel full of gravel and filling up a fucking pothole. It could be as simple as when you're driving through a town and the police presence is greater than the fucking sum total of the population. You move the fuck away. Make it a ghost town so that they don't have anybody to police. It's not rocket science. If anything, Americans should be going to these other countries where these motherfuckers are coming from and claiming political asylum. Because we are under political threat. We are under political injustice. Our politicians are stuffing their pockets with the money from our fucking hard-earned cash, our hard-earned fucking paychecks, and then telling us, oh, well, it's not enough. If it's not enough, then there's a problem there. Because we are talking about in the trillions, the tens of trillions, the hundreds of trillions of dollars. And yet you can't fix a fucking road. That shit's atrocious. By the way, I saw a fucking SUV fucking jacked and lifted with the drivetrain on the ground. Dropped out of the motherfucker because he hit a pothole. And when I say he hit a pothole, I mean he hit a pothole doing 25 miles a fucking hour and it dropped the fucking drivetrain out of his truck. And we're talking about a 15-inch lift on that sumbitch. What the fuck, over? You see this shit and you tell me that, oh, well, we just need to spend more in taxes. We just need to vote more. We just need to go and support our police who are fucking draining our pockets. We just need to go and do all of this shit instead of getting up off of our asses and doing the fucking hard work ourselves. And you want to tell me it's my fault for going out and doing exactly what I'm saying? I tell you what, fuck your bullshit. Get up off your ass and do something. Because that's exactly what it is. It is bullshit and you know it. You should be ashamed of yourselves for even allowing it to happen. And for the very simple fact that it's being allowed to happen. And, well, we're sending all this money to our government who's supposed to send it to all these different contractors, and these contractors are supposed to pay for all of us to go and get this freaking work, and we go and do this work in the road. Do you know how many people I saw on the road doing actual road work? Coming through this fucking entire state. I counted. I did not make it to my toes. I counted on my fingers. Did not make it to my toes. Actual motherfuckers out there doing road work. When all it takes is a shovel and a fucking pissed off disposition. It is fucking atrocious. But no. We can't do that because it's illegal. It's still fucking lawful, assholes. It's called the action of the militia. You get up off your ass and you do something, rather than sitting on your ass and complaining about it. See, I'm complaining to you after I've done something about it. After I'm in the action of doing something about it. The difference is there's actual action behind what the fuck I'm doing. Not just words talking. Allow me to enlighten you. I am on the fucking road. There are vehicles around me. And I am on my fucking way to Texas to help Texans help themselves. Because of all the motherfuckers out there that I've seen, they're actually willing to get up off their fucking chunklies and go and do something. But no, we need to put our faith in politicians. Because our politicians are going to protect us. They're going to put that money where it needs to go. Do you realize for a second that if you took the money you spent on taxes this year and went out and bought the material goods necessary to rebuild the infrastructure, you would be able to repave the entire roadway around your town with just your taxes alone? That's not including all your neighbors. Here's a little bit of a thunderfuck for you. I damn near tore the chassis out from underneath of my truck, hitting a pothole that was so fucking deep that doing 25 miles an hour, it sunk it down to the fucking pumpkin. You understand what I'm saying? The little gearbox at the back end of your vehicle that makes the wheels turn. Sunk my truck to the fucking pumpkin in that motherfucker. Both tires down on the bottom. Bottom the fuck out. I hit that fucker so hard at 25 fucking miles an hour that with my seatbelt on, I hit the fucking ceiling of my truck with the top of my head. And that's not to say anything about what happened to Houdini. That poor dog got bounced around inside of his crate like a fucking ping pong ball. I heard every single bounce and break. What the fuck are you doing with all of this money? This is every single roadway across the nation. This isn't just in New Mexico where I've been driving through recently. This is in Utah. This is in Colorado. This is in fucking Idaho. This is in Oregon. This is in fucking California. This is in New fucking... Name the state. Name the fucking state. It looks like Costa Rica right now. 4 years ago, I could drive through that same fucking area here in New Mexico, I'll bet you, and not bottom my truck out. Hell, probably have a nice smooth transition through that little area. 4 fucking years ago. You know how I know this? Because that's the same thing that I've been dealing with all the way across this fucking country. And I've driven those roads since then. Before then. I know what it should feel like. I know what the damage to my vehicle should be. I had a $3,500 fucking SUV. I now have a $500 SUV. Sounds like y'all in New Mexico owe me $3,000. Oh, wait. No, y'all in New Mexico don't owe me nothing. The fucking bitch Grissom owes me fucking $3,000. No, they're not using inferior materials. They're not doing the work. There were 4 dudes working on a guardrail on the entire 25 freeway going through New Mexico. The entire fucking freeway. 4 motherfuckers. One dude doing the fucking work like any fucking construction crew you ever seen. 4 dudes, the entire fucking state. I have never been so fucking appalled in my life. I was so fucking, I just wanted to get out of this fucking state so bad. I did fucking 90 miles an hour. From whatever the fuck that town was. I think it was like Montague or some shit. I don't fucking know. At this point, it's not even important. 90 fucking miles an hour for over 600 miles. Because I want to get out of your fucking state so goddamn bad. See, it's not inferior materials. It's politicians pocketing the fucking profits. It's politicians putting that money right back there into the fucking big guy stuff. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm watching the paint on the fucking road here melt in the rainstorm I'm sitting in. What the fuck? That shit was dry when I parked. It looks like fucking sidewalk chalk now. How the fuck have people just allowed this shit to happen? What, are you not paying attention or something? Did your balls drop off or something? I kind of need to know. Because just 4 years ago, just 4 fucking years ago, when I was living out there in Blythe, we had a rainstorm come through there. It was fucking chaotically hellacious. Not a single roadway was washed out. No fucking potholes that were that bad. I mean, you could literally drive down the road doing 90 in a fucking 45 zone. Whatever, no problems. You could literally drive through Blythe, California, which is the most neglected fucking township in the state. And the potholes in that fucking town were not even close to as bad. Not even close. That tells me that there has been no work done. Not, oh, well, they used inferior materials. No. No fucking work done. None. Zip, zero, zilch, not a fucking. Take that shit away. It's gone. Not a damn bit. Not a fucking tiny goddamn bit. I will have to put more money into this fucking truck than it is worth, than it will ever be worth, to regain the amount of integrity that it had before I started this trip. Which tells me one fucking thing very succinctly. The taxes we're spending on our vehicles, on our vehicle registration and all that, is not going to the roads. It's a hefty fucking tax. All the way across the board. I've asked people, how much do you spend on taxes on your on your vehicle and registration? Oh, I spent about $50. Oh, I spent about $80. Oh, I spent $150. Oh, I spent, $15. What have you? Depending on which state I'm in and, the amount of people in the state. California, one of the most populous states in the fucking union, it's $150 a year in taxes for the vehicles. That is supposed to go to the roads. I won't fucking go back to California ever the fuck again. Ever again. I won't drive through it to get the fuck through it, to go around other fucking states. And y'all are telling me it's worse on the eastern side of the United States? Do you hear what you're saying? Because if it's worse on y'all's side of the fucking country, if it's worse in places like Pennsylvania and New York, where y'all's registration is $200 a fucking goddamn vehicle, your property taxes are in the tens of thousands. And there's no infrastructure being put into place, being fixed up, nothing like that. All of this money's going to fucking Ukraine. They haven't even fucking reinforced the border, for fuck's sake. Our border, not fucking Ukraine's border. I know that they're fucking putting all that money into Ukraine's border. The greatest grifter on the face of the fucking earth just took you for $40 trillion. Let's put that into perspective. $100,000, that's 6 zeros. $1 million, that's 9 zeros. $1 billion, that's 12 zeros. Add 3 more. 15 zeros behind a 1, and that's a trillion. Now, 40 trillion. Do you understand the magnitude of the fuckery I'm talking about? Bill Gates will never see that amount of money. Do you understand what the fuck I am saying? This is the amount of money you have been grifted for as a nation over the past 4 years. That's $10 trillion a year. And, but we need to worry about Ukraine. We need to worry about Israel. We need to worry about all of these illegals that are coming in to, and give them warm homes and take care of them because of their economic collapse. Excuse the fuck out of me, but what the fuck do you think is happening here? Wake up and smell the fucking coffee! Look around you! I have seen more fucking destroyed and damaged, brand fucking spanking new, straight out of the fucking dealership lot vehicles in the past 3 days than I have seen in my entire 36 years of existence on this planet. But no, we need to worry about Ukraine. Did you know that at least one of those vehicles that I was traveling alongside coming down these fucking roads, I watched it go from being a whole vehicle to having the front bumper missing, the back bumper missing, and one of the fucking rims on the fucking vehicle's tires was busted all the fuck. Yes. Literally driving along with the same vehicle, kind of like in traffic sort of thing, part of the traffic pattern. Right here, took a fucking picture of it right fucking here, where I'm sitting. I saw it 3 fucking days ago, whole, intact, nothing wrong with it. Missing the front bumper, the back bumper, and having at least one dented rim. Rims, not fucking just regular old, hubcap type tires. Nice fucking rims. I am fucking astonished. Stunned. Not only that it got to this point, but that nobody is doing fuck all about it. Oh, well, they'll fix it later. That's the attitude we've got as Americans. Oh, they'll fix it later. Later's come and gone, motherfuckers. Later has been here. I don't know if y'all is seeing this shit, but I'm watching it first fucking hand. No, we got to look at all this other shit that's happening, all the stuff that's happening in the news and in the media and all that shit, California and their big storm. Motherfuckers, I'm sitting in the middle of a fucking hurricane in fucking New Mexico. A hurricane in New Mexico. But no, we need to worry about the fucking storm in California. Those motherfuckers deal with those storms all the fucking time. Ask me how I know. Oh, no, wait. I'll just fill you in. I was born in the fucking state. For fuck's sake. I'm just glad I brought my fucking gut stomping boots with me, because there's going to be some fucking assholes getting re-reamed. I'll tell you what. Who the fuck allows this shit to continue? If this shit happened 50 fucking years ago, motherfuckers would be lining the streets with shotguns and rifles, demanding that these motherfuckers come out so we can string them up by their fucking short and curlies from the nearest tree. But no, we're civilized now. No, y'all is fucking sheep. Pussies. Wannabes. Crybabies. Not doing a fucking thing. And everybody else has to deal with it. The ones who want to go and do something about it have to deal with your crybaby asses doing fuck all and nothing. And people wonder why I'm such an angry person. Go fucking figure. I don't have tons of fucking money to go throw away. I don't have all this fucking extra cash flow. Hell, my job is literally, I am a fucking sit-in security guard. Making a maximum of $500 a month. A month. That's $100 a week. Sometimes it's $400 a month. Sometimes it's $500 a month. Like I said, a maximum of $500 a month. No, I don't need a beer. I don't need any weed. I don't need nothing. I need to fucking shove my foot so far up the ass of one of these motherfuckers that their ears pop. And you need to do so as well. Get mad, motherfucker. You need to stop being calm. Because this calm bullshit is what has allowed it to happen. This calm sitting there just letting it ride is what has allowed it to happen, because they think that as long as you keep on staying calm, they can get the fuck away with it. Well, time to stop being calm. Time to go and gut stomp some motherfuckers. Time to go and fucking shove your foot so far up their asses that you fucking polish on your toes could fucking brush their teeth for them. Time to go and feed them your foot fungus. Let's be real. Fuck the foo-foo bullshit. Let's fucking put that off to the side for a second. All that fucking crybaby crap of, oh, well, it'll get taken care of later if we just have a little bit of semblance of calm. You know what fucking happens when you're just calm, always calm, doing nothing but being calm? Smoking your weed and sitting there and doing nothing but being calm? Shit happens around you and you have no fucking effect on it. You get out there and you do something, even if you're just running around on fucking stubblies, you're still doing something. That's the whole point. I don't need weed right now. I have enough adrenaline to take care of my pain. That's something that y'all don't know about me. I have oversized adrenaline glands. That's one of the reasons why I smoke pot, because it keeps me calm. Now, it also takes away the pain, so I'm not constantly pushing against my adrenaline glands. Lo and fucking behold, we need to start doing that shit. We need to start getting fucking angry. We need to put the fucking towel down, pick up your bag of tobacco, and get some anger in you. Put some gravel in your crawl. Because from what I can see, it's not a matter of suing the highway department. That ain't going to do a fucking thing. You're just spending money. Because you've got to spend money to file a fucking suit in the courts. The court's going to throw it out because it's a government entity, as is the highway department. They're both fucking government entities. You can't sue a government entity through a government entity. It doesn't fucking work. I've tried. So, how the fuck do we fix it? You get up off your chunklies and you fucking do something. I mean, I brought a fucking flat shovel and a spade with me. I'm more than fucking prepared to go out and start working my ass off, fucking filling potholes and fucking, all you gotta do is find me some fucking tar. Let's go. Get me some tar. I'll mix up some asphalt. I can do it with my own two fucking hands. But for fuck's sake, stop sitting around. You're doing nothing. That's what made the problem in the first place. I don't mind if you don't watch my videos. I don't mind if I piss you the fuck off. Because at least you get up and you do something. And it's not a send them the bill situation. It's they can fuck off. They don't get taxes because they're not using the taxes. They're pocketing the taxes. So they don't get the taxes because they're not going and using them appropriately. Instead, you use them to fix up your community. Fuck the federal government. They can go and ride a fucking sharp stick covered in fucking knobs. And I meant every fucking word. Including the word fuck. How's about them apples? Now, since I've finally gotten that shit out, I'm gonna roll me a cigarette. Because I'm madder than fuck. I'll tell you what, with my driving skills there, Top, I should be a police pursuit officer. Honest to God. I scared the fuck out of myself coming down this fucking, the 25 here. I was literally flying over potholes longer than my truck. I found out that my truck has a fucking interceptor core in it. Go figure. Never would have found out if I wouldn't have gotten pissed off. This is why I says, get angry, motherfuckers. Learn. Because the time is up. The world has gone to shit around you, is burning down around your ears, and all you can do is sit there and go, oh, well, they'll fix it. They'll fix it. They'll fix it. No, they're not going to fucking fix it. They're going to laugh their asses off all the fucking way to the bank with your money while you are stuck holding the fucking bill. I'm trying not to laugh, Top. That was pretty good. And yes, I did. I had motherfuckers pulling up next to me in the fucking road trying to be like, how the fuck is this dude doing this shit? I'm doing 90 motherfucking miles an hour down the road. And there are people in fucking pickup trucks like, what the fuck? Like, what, motherfucker? What you looking at? But seriously, though, no, I fucking had enough of this shit. It's a whole bunch of motherfucking hoo-ha. It's a whole bunch of motherfucking people sitting there talking shit out the side of their neck, not doing a goddamn thing. It's gas prices that are fucking outrageous because we have to buy it from some foreign fucking country while we spend trillions of dollars on military equipment and foreign aid to send to a country that literally is not even a part of NATO. They are actually a fucking Eastern Bloc country. Let that blow your fucking minds. And while I let that blow your minds, I'm going to have me a cigarette. Zelensky's dumbass, and yeah, I said the Z-man, the fucking Zick word, the Zick dick, whatever the fuck you want to call him, I don't give a shit. That motherfucker needs to fucking end up in a gas chamber, in my opinion. Because he has stolen more money from the American people than I have ever seen in my life. Or will ever see in my life. Or will ever know existed in my life. And I'll put it forth like this. After literally seeing the shitstorm that has come about in our country from supporting this sleazebag who cannot fucking fight a war on his own, I have come to the conclusion that you could not pay me all the fucking gold in Fort Knox or the Federal Reserve compounded to live in New Mexico. Because y'all's fucking governor is a royal fucking piece of work. No, he's the end point of it, Billy. He's the end point of the steel. But I digress. He's still the fucking grifter that everybody's sitting there going, oh, we're going to help Ukraine. Fuck Ukraine. They've got more bullets, bombs, and Band-Aids than any American I know of. And that includes the United States Army. Yep, you heard it first here, folks. Ukraine has more bullets, bombs, and Band-Aids than the U.S. military. And they're ours. You know what's really fucked up? That son of a bitch was able to fucking hold off fucking Russian military with outdated Russian equipment for months without American intervention. I want that to sink in for a second. We didn't need to help. No, we needed to focus on a bigger problem. One that put a bullet in my fucking leg. It happens to be crossing people across our southern border, pushing fentanyl, methamphetamines, heroin. It's taking our mothers, our fathers, our sons, our daughters, our brothers, and our sisters away from us. Whether that be by death or worse. And we're just letting it fucking happen, right? Because, oh, yeah, no, Biden's got it all covered. Congress is going to help. We've got the military, right? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Is this something that, you carry just because it looks pretty? What the fuck is this? Is this something that you just have because it's cool? It ain't a butter knife. Put it that way. I'll put it to you the way that the Marine Corps used to say it. By sword, by gun, or by bare hand. So basically, in other words, what the fuck have you done lately? Because I've seen a whole bunch of rallying down by the fucking border in a fucking truck convoy. Great. You spent thousands of dollars in gas to drive from one coast to halfway across the country to another coast. What did you accomplish? You burnt a bunch of fuel. And that's it. Literally, that's it. You didn't stop any immigration, the illegal or otherwise. You didn't stop anybody from fucking stealing your tax money and pocketing it or sending it to a fucking foreign country that has absolutely no foundation in American politics or American needs or wants. Ukraine literally gives us nothing. They are not even a buffer because Putin has outright declared that his enemy is not the American people. In other words, are you done being the mayonnaise jar? I'll put it in prison terms for you. Are you done being Bubba's bitch? Because I know I sure the fuck am. My ass is sore. Motherfuckers, I spent a lot of goddamn money. A lot in taxes this past year. I'm not even supposed to be paying fucking taxes. I make less than $10,000 a year. You know what that means? Not only am I tax exempt, but I'm supposed to be getting a rebate of unfucking godly substantial proportions. I should have been able to afford to purchase that Hot Sun Blitz that I wanted from my tax rebate. You know what I got as a tax rebate? You owe us $25 more for processing fees. But no, pay your taxes, vote. Are you stupid or something? Or do you just play a retard on TV? Do you exist in a fucking vacuum? Or are you feeling the pinch like I is? Nifty. That rain's coming in sideways. I gotta go spend another $25 to go get my dog a fucking a water bowl, water and food dish now. Cause yeah, that hurricane's a piece of shit. Fucking tore that motherfucker right off fucking on down the road and ended up getting run over. But that's neither here nor there. That's something that's fucking water under the bridge by fucking comparison. No, I'm not kidding. I am not fucking kidding in the slightest, Billy. $25 in fucking processing fees after I fucking went and spent over $3,000 in taxes for my truck, for my trailer, for my motorcycle, for my quad, for my other trailer, for my fucking housing abilities, for my fucking everything else. And I make less than $10,000 a year. $25 in processing fees. What? Yeah, they're giving $5,000 credit cards to illegal aliens who get caught coming over the border. Greyhound bus tickets to go wherever the fuck in our country they want to go. Oh, and free medical, dental, yeah, all that fun shit too. Free clothes, shoes, and not cheap shit. Not fucking Payless shoe source. Not fucking um, Goodwill or, fucking Thrifty or any of that shit. No. Designer fucking clothes. And you want to tell me that, oh, well, a trucker convoy is going to make it taken care of? We're just going to go protest. With what? Do tell. I'd like to know. Protest with what? You can't afford the fucking paper to go and print out a fucking sign on. But yeah, I'm just some delusional fuck. Don't listen to me. I mean, I'm only speaking what I'm seeing, and so if I'm delusional, then I must be seeing shit that's not really there, right? Or wait, are you guys seeing the same shit I'm seeing? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm saying I'm not delusional. I'm not crazy. I'm not talking shit out of the side of my neck. I know what the fuck's going on. I have two eyes. I have a brain. And I'm not an idiot. But apparently, no, we can't listen to Blaine because he's crazy. He's one of those fucking weirdos that they let out of the asylum. My fuck, if I rolled my eyes any fucking harder, I'd be looking at the back of my skull. Do you know how big a fucking trucker's salary is? It's actually pretty substantial. My granddad used to haul asphalt when I was a kid. Well, I say my granddad. He was more like my grandma's boyfriend. My granddad died before I was born. Um, but yeah, he used to haul asphalt for the Asphalt Express out of Salt Lake City, Utah. That man made enough money as a trucker to own 4 properties in 3 different states. All taxes paid, everything fucking paid off. His truck was paid off, all the nice things. His grandkids were all taken care of. His kids were all taken care of. I'm just saying, it's pretty fucking substantial. And his truck was fucking sweet. We're talking a 1979 Whiskey Pete with all the fixings and a full-size sleeper on that motherfucker. If you didn't know, Whiskey Pete is a Peterbilt with all the chrome, the text in front, and the whatchamacallit, the eyebrow thing. Really fucking nice. I keep waiting for people to fucking realize they've been grifted. You ever wonder why I don't ask you for money? And in fact, I like the only times I ever have is been, it's been dire fucking straits, and I didn't know what else to do. Turned around and I figured it out. That's what I'm saying. $500 a month. I get my fucking meals taken care of. I got my truck taken care of. I got my fucking this, that, and the other. My phone taken care of. Different situations, but all together, cumulatively, it took care of the problem. Work my ass off for it. And I'm physically fucking handicapped. Yet I'm a poor motherfucker. I ain't walking around in fresh fucking fancy new brand new fucking designer clothing. It's all fucking hand-me-downs with holes in it. For reference, a jacket I've had for a decade. T-shirts that I've had since I was fucking 20. I keep waiting for people to realize they're being grifted. See, that's the you'll find right quick. There's a difference between real motherfuckers and those motherfuckers that are just in it for the money. I ain't in it just for the money. I'm in it to fucking win it. Because I understand what's at stake. I'm not trying to get rich quick. I want something to be there when all's said and done and the fucking curtain drops. I want a life to go back to. Not, well, I'm going to get rich real fucking quick now, but, when everything fucking collapses, those dollar bills are going to be worth nothing more than fucking fire starter. My empire is literally a fucking empire of dirt. Not dollar bills. Let me put it this way. A dollar bill can't do this. A dollar bills can't give you light after they're done burning. Dollar bills cannot cut a fucking tuna fish. Dollar bills can't cut wood. You see what I'm saying? Once all this shit fucking falls in on itself, like the house of cards that it is, them dollar bills are going to be worth nothing. It's a fancy fucking piece of paper. Sure, they buy things now, but here, let me question you on this. When our country fucking collapses, because it's going to, that is well and truly on its fucking way. Because you let the fucking illegals in, you fucking don't do a goddamn thing about it yourself. You expect for law enforcement to do it for you. Now, what do we have this saying about when it comes down to cops? Call the police and order a pizza, see which one makes it to you first. Again, I put emphasis on skills, on materials, on equipment. Because at the end of the fucking day, you can't eat paper. You can try. I used to know a couple of dunce motherfuckers that used to eat their homework just so they'd have an excuse and not have to go and fucking turn it in the next day. There was absolutely no caloric nourishment to it. Hell, I don't even think the motherfuckers got fiber out of it. But no. No. All for the dollar bills, bro. Mm-hmm. That's why we do this, right? I'll tell you right now. Sure the fuck ain't why I do it. And no, Obama is not behind it all. That motherfucker is a face man. Just like Zelensky, just like fucking Biden, just like fucking Camel Toe, just like all the rest of them motherfucking politicians, they're all face men. If you see them, if you see their face, they are not pulling the strings. Trust in that. If you know their names, they are not fucking pulling strings. I guarantee you that. These people are so fucking shadowy and hidden, you could never find them. Tay, I'll tell you right now, it ain't the Pope. That motherfucker's a fucking patsy. He's just easy to point at. It ain't the Pope. It's actually the cocksuckers underneath him. Funny enough, the Pope, he doesn't have the kind of clout you're thinking. No, it's the Priori. Those are the ones who actually have the clout. It ain't the president. It ain't the generals. Hell, it ain't even the fucking congressman. It's the stockholders of Lockheed Martin and Raytheon, Northrop Grumman. It ain't even the fucking employees. Although the CEOs definitely have a little bit. A little bit. Not much. Yeah, you're right about that, Garrett. Of course, it's not even really her so much as it's Chelsea. Think that's still her name? Chaz? I don't know. It's definitely Satan. He's got his fucking claws in every single one of their motherfucking brains. But again, far as physical, far as, warm bodies are concerned, if you know their names, they are not the ones pulling the strings. It ain't Klaus Schwab. No, he's got people with hands in his pockets. Funny enough. I sit there and I piss and moan about these motherfuckers in Congress, but the reality of it is they're only gleaning off the top. They're not the ones where that's getting the lump sum. No, the ones that are getting the lump sum, they're not even Americans. They're not even Europeans. Believe it or don't. They're not the Rothschilds. Them motherfuckers are poor. They ain't the Rockefellers. Them motherfuckers are poor. Now, I'll tell you who's pulling the fucking strings and who's got the real clout. Who controls the drugs? Who controls the guns? Who controls the bombs? Who controls the bullets? Who controls the band-aids? Who controls the manufacturing? See, supply and demand, right? If there's no demand, then the supply doesn't need to exist. Basic economics. Who controls the demand? I want you all to pick up a mirror and look at it. That's who controls it. To put it in the words of a fucking amazing song that just brought all this shit to my recollection and just really hit home for me. This puppet stays on. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. Exactly. We do. You need to learn how to flaunt your clout. Stop being led around by the nose ring. Give them the horns. I'm sorry that it takes me, me sitting here and fucking breaking this shit down for you, but the reality is, you control it. You're the reason it's happening. You have the ability to stop it. Which is why I'm in the effort of trying to stop it. I am one motherfucker. Just one. All by my goddamn little lonesome. And it's starting to get kind of lonely. Yep, because everybody wants it to happen that way. Because if they didn't want it to happen that way, they'd stand up and do something about it. And just so we're clear, I have now painted a fucking gigantic target on my back. So I just pissed off the entirety of this fucking nation. Because guess what? I just pointed out exactly who is controlling all of this shit. So, like I said, until you actually take action, not just fucking sitting there and fucking placing a ballot because that bullshit is fucking manipulable and you know it. Not just fucking sitting there and screaming and hooting and hollering from your soapbox because, hey, they just, ignore them and then it goes away. Doing something about it, physically fucking getting up and doing something about it is the difference. Because, like the song says, this puppet show, a show, stays on because of you fools. And everything that you say, whether it's in my comments or where the fuck ever, doesn't matter. Whatever you say drives this shit show. Kind of funny how that works, isn't it? The guys who are the operators, the real hardcore motherfuckers are the ones who know what's going on, and they're the ones who are saying shit and nobody listens to them. Why won't they listen to them? Because it's an uncomfortable truth. It's a reality that we don't want to look at. Because if we looked at it succinctly, we'd understand we're the ones with the power. So just remember that, folks. It's not God. It's not the Pope. It's not the president. It's not the fucking Congress. It's not the military. It's the people who have the real clout. Stockholders, the tradesmen, businessmen, the truckers, the poor schlubs like you and me. We're the ones pulling the strings. Like I said, this whole channel is about nothing more than harsh fucking realities and raw footage. Yeah, well, pedestal is spelled with a T-A-L, but whatever. Anyways, aside from my tisms, It's all because of the people that give those few individuals power. Instead of taking that power for themselves and then uniting as one. You see, I've heard it said many different ways: anarcho-capitalist, anarchist, constitutionalist. Heard it said a million fucking different ways. But the reality of it is, it all comes down to one person, one individual, you. Sorry if you don't like that. Not sorry for saying it, because it need be said. Yeah, no, the only way that Trump can fix it is if you and I first make the effort. See how that works? We have to vote him into place in order for him to have the power to make it work. See? See how it works? Do you see how that fucking works? In other words, this puppet show is staying on because of you fools. That's what bothers the fuck out of me. It's all because we allow it to happen. Yes, we can stop that shit. Easy. It's fucking easy. Nobody votes. Everybody fucking boycotts the vote, down to a singular person. Everybody says, nope, no faith. Done. You fucked that off last year or last election. We're done. Plain and simple, you fucked up. We're done. That's all it takes. But people aren't going to do that because they're caught up in the delusion that if they just push a little bit harder, it'll make a difference. You can't make a difference in a corrupt system. You cannot make a difference in a corrupt system because the system is corrupted due to your lacks. That's where the problem lies. Not being physically active. It's not so much of, oh, well, I cast my vote. That's bullshit and we all know it. Throwing a piece of paper in a box that you will never see again doesn't make a fucking difference. That's fucking funny. Oh my God, Billy. Billy. What the fuck, Billy? Maybe Taylor Swift can make a sandwich. I mean, a difference. Good God. Sucking up exhaust fumes here. You really believe that? Dear God, no. That is fucking sad. There's so much exhaust fumes coming into my truck right now. I'm just trying to get some oxygen. Yeah, it's bad. See, this is what I'm pointing out to you guys, okay? The masses are the ones who pull the strings. Everybody, each individually plays a part in the pulling of the string. We're all people on that rope in that tug of war. What happens if we all let go at once? There's no longer a tug of war. There's no longer a game being played, and the opposite team falls on their ass. This is what I mean by we are the ones who are sowing the seeds of our own destruction. We are the ones pulling the strings. But yeah, that's the situation as it is in a nutshell. There's your rant for the fucking day. Night, whatever. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Freedom Forum half of the fucking installment. While I sit here and get rained on by a fucking hurricane blowing its ass out all over me. Or tropical storm or whatever, I don't know. You get what I'm saying, though. That's the situation as it is, as it falls. We are the ones who are sowing the seeds of our own destruction. We are the ones who are pulling the strings. Every individual person, look in a mirror. You're the fucking reason for your own fate. That's how this works. It's how it's always worked. Let me put it this way. You are your own man or woman. Nobody forces you to do a damn thing. You do it yourself. You're the one who writes down your vote on that ballot. You're the one who allows somebody to dictate to you what you may or may not do. You, not me. I sure the fuck don't dictate to anybody what you do. Yeah, you know what's funny? People who have carbon monoxide poisoning show pink fingernails. You know what else shows pink fingernails? People who are breathing regularly. Whatever. Here's how you really tell, Billy. Watch. See how the color comes back? Not carbon monoxide poisoning. I have blood flow to my fingertips. That's how you tell the actual difference. My cousin showed me that. He's an EMT. I just don't like the smell of vehicle exhaust. It hurts my throat. It's kind of hard to, do yourself in when you're out in the open in the middle of a rainstorm, a hurricane. I wasn't done writing. Dude, you've got a fucking ability to write a damn novella with that fucking comment section, bro. Anyways, so now you know what the fucking real deal of it is. There's no more need for the guardsman home. Only thing that I need to do now is pretty much fucking go face down bullshit and die. Right? You have all the ammunition you need in order to fight back and choose your own destiny. Oh, I need to shave. Again. Oh, that's rain is coming down straight now. Okay. Fuck me. Sitting here fucking idling my truck just in order to keep the fucking power up. Ears itching, dude? Yeah, I know. Tends to happen when it rains. His ears go nuts and my fucking head itches like crazy. Of course, my head itches like crazy anyways from fucking steel trying to work its way out through my scalp. So, yeah, there you go. I've put it as succinctly as I can, as well as I can, and I'm just fucking done. Maybe now I could just die in peace. Like that'll ever fucking happen. I'm not gonna get to die in peace. I get to die in violence. Because I choose violence, motherfuckers. That's why. Anyways, Freedom for them. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. With, I don't know, think about what I told you. Or don't think about what I told you. I mean, shit. It's not like it's going to make a fucking shit bit of difference at this point. Nobody's willing to stand up and do what's necessary anyways. Pillow. Oh, that feels good. Yep. The puppet show stays on because of you fools. That's really what it is. All right, y'all. It has now been 2 hours. I am going to call it a fucking night. Texas tomorrow morning. Stay strapped or get clapped. You know how it works. And this has been Yo motherfucking Guardsman. And motherfuckers, I'm out. Alakablam!